Welcome in Friday night college NFL pod, Saturday college basketball podcast presented by Fade You, the Four Idiots. We are live. I am your host, Joey Cheese, with the one and only Poop Master himself, Hazmat Suit 23. We got a new guest this week, our homeboy Clint, and no introduction needed. The one and only Sharp Dimes. Y'all know what it is. Real quick, Clint, go ahead. Let everyone know where they can find you, who you are. Go ahead. It's you.
So found out about you guys about a year ago. Started listening back in February when Cheese was all over UConn every fucking night. Just never heard the end of it. So then been listening to you guys ever since. Got in betting, being a college basketball coach for 5 years after college, and started making money after I got on watching film on teams. And I started out, didn't even start with spreads. It was all money lines. So I was square as you could get, laying $300 to $400 a night on a $100 win.
Oh boy, Dimes, let them know where can people find you.
Sharp Dimes everywhere, yo. And I literally mean everywhere. I'm on farmersonly.com, bro. I'm everywhere. So yeah, Sharp Dimes all together. You'll see the logo. No one's cloning my ass, and that's that, man.
Nice. All right. Well, no introduction needed for Hazmat. Y'all know who he is. That is the Poop Master, the Chief Sanitation Officer of Fade You. Yep, no doubt. So listen, let's get into it. Let's start with the early NFL game. We will go Baltimore, Kansas City. I'm seeing Baltimore -4. Circa actually just moved it to 4.5 on the Wager Talk live odds screen, which is wild. Over under 44.5. Clint, as your first time guest on this show, why don't you start us off on this game? Any thoughts, opinions, tickets you've placed, anything here?
I haven't bet the game yet. The only thing I've kind of considered right now, as far as a bet, would be first half Ravens, and depending where you get it. FanDuel has it -2.5, but juiced to 130 right now. If you wanted to get it on Caesar, somewhere like that, most of them are at -3 with about 20. But I would say the Ravens come out ready to go right away, jump on them with a touchdown. If they can get to 14, I think the first half is good now.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not going to say I disagree with you at all. Haz, what do you got here? You got anything in this game?
Nothing yet. I typically wait for my emotion to come in. We actually did not bet the Chiefs last week. He did the Bills. Got bit by the Mahomes bug, and we'll see what this week. I just saw someone post on Twitter that they got a text from a bookie saying it's all Chiefs right now. They cannot pass up the points with Mahomes, so I'm leaning Ravens side, especially like you just said, with that line going up when everyone's loving the points. Even Mr. Bartender said, screw the points, taking my line. Everyone thinks the Chiefs are going to win. So end up on under probably with that and the Ravens.
All right, who's got their TV on in the background? I need them to lower that shit immediately.
I don't think it's me. Can y'all hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're good.
Oh, mine.
Is it cutting out?
Yeah, no, we're good. Dimes, where you at in this game? You got anything here?
Hey, first of all, I asked a question about why they called Hazmat the Poop Master. Why is that?
I'll let Duke answer that.
Just because I bet teams that are disgusting, like 0-20 Detroit last night, who fucking a homeless person wouldn't fucking touch. But I'm down to get down in that gross shit.
Yeah, dude, that's the most absolute disgusting fucking garbage of all time. But yeah, Dimes, what are you looking at in this game? You got anything you're looking at here?
This is a really tough game to bet. I mean, the line moving to 4.5. This tells you the strength of where the Ravens are. The line doesn't matter after 3.5, right? A 4 is not really a massive number. If you're banking on a 4, then your cap is ass anyways. But it's a really tough game. I'm thinking of teasing it, man. And I know that sounds whatever, but I'm here to make money. So if I kiss some butthole to make money, I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm all about the units. I know that, dog. I'll do it all. If he's poop master, I'm poop master flex because it's all about the units, bro. But all jokes aside, like you gotta tease this, bro, or you gotta hit alive. I don't think you can play anything free flop total. The first half's a good look. I got burned on the first half with the Ravens against Houston last week. But nonetheless, man, just overall, it's just a really sharp number. It's really right. It's either live or it's easy.
I respect it. Yeah, so I haven't gotten to the window yet with this game. Real quick, my thoughts on this game are pretty simple. So I refuse to bet against Patty Mahomes in the playoffs. I made that perfectly clear last week when I smacked Kansas City. They took care of business in Buffalo. Everybody and their mother thought Buffalo was the sharp side last week. Yours truly did not. I will not lay points against Patty in the playoffs. Gun to my head, I play Kansas City here. I will not get to the window though. Line tells me everything I need to know. I do think Baltimore is the right side. I do have a slight lean to the under. I don't see Kansas City scoring more than 21 points versus Ravens defense that has just been absolutely elite. But bottom line, what it comes down to for me is I will not put my money on Lamar Jackson over Patrick Mahomes. Number 15 is the best player in the NFL, and I will stick to my guns here, and I will probably watch this game as a fan. So no need to force it. That's just my 2 cents here. But all right, enough with the first game. Let's get into the second one. We got San Francisco 49ers hosting the Detroit Lions. I've seen San Francisco take up to -7.5, over under 52. Haz, why don't you start us off here? Any opinions, any tickets, anything?
No tickets yet, but the lean Niners, because I've talked to a lot of folks who typically like the big favorites, and they've been bad this year. I would like to text people, like to get some money down for the playoffs. I'm hearing a lot of thinking that the lines of admitting it's with their heart. They want to see the Niners go down. I love the fade, a good heart winner. So I'm probably going to end up on the Niners side, especially if the Lions continue to be trendy. People think they're going to knock them off. And I love the bigger team like the Niners, who just performed very quickly. And they say the narrative is they barely got my love and the Packers. And Detroit looks strong. So lean that way.
Dimes, what do you got here? I know I saw you post a ticket earlier in the week. Why don't you talk a little bit about it?
Positive connect. Am I coming through live?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, fine. Okay, cool. I got a team total over for a boat, which is a 5-unit play. I just call it a boat because the kids think it's cool. 20.5 before Thursday.
I love that.
Before Thursday, when I knew Debo was probably going to play, it's up to 30.5. Now I co-sign it to anything under 30. A couple of dudes commented, "What do I do?" I didn't respond, which means you know what to do. Take it live or cross your fingers it goes down. You should have jumped on him, and I did. Maybe played a little less. I'm not saying that's going to hit 30. It's 5-unit. I'm expecting mid-30s, so maybe go 3. Matter of fact, fuck it, bro. 30.5 is good. Get under 31, 5 units. Let's go, man. There's going to be mad points in this game. And, low key, the 49ers run defense has been ass for the past month. I mean, Lions are going to go for it on a shit ton of fourth downs. It's going to come down to third and fourth down conversions period. Niners are going to move that ball immensely, bro. Debo or not, they're going to move that ball. And even though I think there's points in this game, I trust the 49ers to come through more than a Wild West Dan Campbell who hasn't been in this situation. He can mismanage the shit out of that game, and the Niners will just be in beautiful position. All in a game that has a million storylines and a lot of different ways to play it, that's the one thing I'm most confident. And that's just me keeping it short. So
I respect it. Clint, you got anything in this game?
Nothing different than what Dimes just said. I mean, it could very well come down to a coaching decision by Campbell, and the gamble may run out on the wrong side this year.
Yeah, I respect that. So I am not going to touch on this game. I gave out Dimes. What up? I'll be right back. Oh, his kids must be freaking out. Yeah. So I am not giving out a side or a total in this game. I have a 5-unit NFL best bet. My NFL is up almost 35 units on the season, and it is in this game. You had an opportunity to grab that earlier in the week. I made a post on Twitter. So, yeah, I will not be touching on that on this podcast. But, yeah, go check that out if you're interested. So, all right, well, enough with the NFL. Sad that, the season's almost over. But let's get into college basketball. College basketball has been rolling for cheese, been pretty hot. I know Haz has had a pretty good season. Clint does what Clint does. Straight banger after banger. I know me and Duke get him. I know he doesn't post like I do, or has a little bit with his poopy six-pack, but Clint produces pure winners too. Trust me when I tell you. So let's break down this BYU Texas game first. We had some people talking about it in the group and on Twitter. So Haz, you want to start with this BYU Texas game? You got anything on it?
I don't. I mean, obviously, I'm going to look at the team that's lost 2 straight and against the Texas team that's rolling high after beating their rival Sooners. But I haven't. This is one of those where you get the ranked team at home, So the BYU they've underperformed. Clint and I were talking about that when they're not making shots. It's tough for them to stay feisty against these good teams. So that's not one I'm looking at right now. I'll let
Clint, you have any opinion on this BYU Texas game?
A little bit. BYU's been through 2 tough games down in Lubbock on last Saturday. Had a big lead and blew it in the second half by a big run by Texas Tech. Kind of a letdown, but then they had Houston come in playing against the best defense in the Big 12, and now you get Texas, who they want to go up and down, and that's what BYU wants to do. So, if anything, if you don't want to take a side, look at the over.
They could score 1 million here. I absolutely agree.
This could very easily be 80s or 90s for both teams.
I absolutely agree. So I looked at this game briefly this morning. This is a BYU team that's averaging just shy of 84 points a game. Texas is averaging, I believe, 77. BYU is 11-2 in their last 13 straight up at home. They tend to defend home court. But I saw something that really bothered me here with this BYU team. They are 1-13 against the spread their last 14 versus the Big 12. Extremely concerning for me. It's probably enough to keep me off of BYU. But hey, Texas coming off 2 huge wins versus Baylor and Oklahoma. BYU, Clint just touched on it. BYU coming off L's to a very good Texas Tech team and arguably one of the best teams in the country at Houston. So as far as the side goes here, probably not enough to get to the window with either side. It would be the over or pass for me. Dimes, any opinion on BYU Texas before we jump into some other stuff?
Hell nah, BYU just came off a mad big win, bro. We don't know what the fuck to expect from them. And Texas, dude, they've been mad inconsistent, bro.
No, BYU's coming off getting smacked twice in a row.
Oh wait, didn't
BYU just
beat
got
somebody
smacked by Houston and
Houston.
Texas
I thought
Tech.
they won that. I'm tripping because I'm dealing with a million things. Either way, bro, it doesn't change. See, that's how much I don't know about these motherfucking teams. There's no reason to even bet it, right? I don't know. These Mormons can come to play. These Mormons may not come to play. Who the hell knows? You know what I mean? Texas.
Yeah.
They're not the same team with Mr. Shades coach over there. I don't even know his name, but he complains a lot. When he said that the horns down is disrespect, I'm like, stop being soft, bro. You know, Shaka Smart would have never said that shit, man. That team is they're not tough, dog. They're just not a tough team. They're not the same Texas team. It's the name in the jersey. BYU don't really seem as good as they used to be, or else I'd be on them. Because I've been on them even during my hiatus. I knew they were still those boys. So it's a tough game, bro. Is anyone here on that? I know I was gone. Who's on that game?
No one got to the window on it.
I want to get to the fucking back seat window on that game, man. Hell no.
Yeah, I'll be watching that game as a fan. All right, well, another big game. I know a couple of people want to talk about Iowa State, Kansas. Clint, why don't you start us off?
This is a system that picked up this fall from Cheese on one of the football shows, and him and I have had numerous discussions about when you have ranked teams on the road at a ranked opponent and the home team is favored. That trend this year is 15-5. And the average margin of victory has been 11.5 points, with the average spread being 6.5 points. So they're covering by 5.5 on the regular. So when you see these ranked teams on the road with a big name like Kansas, who's going to go and take the points with them? Every fucking person you can think of.
Yeah, Kansas will definitely be the public side here if I had you guess.
So when you also look at Iowa State, they are 10-1 at home against the spread this season.
Yeah,
so
it's hard to look past that.
Yep, good profile for a short home favorite. So I'll be on the Cyclones tomorrow. Already locked in at 3.5.
Clint, Cyclones minus 3.5, huh? All right, let's go. Dime, do you got an opinion on this game, or you got a game you want to break down real quick?
Yeah. This is one of the two games I've been looking at. Unlike you, my book is Shalom, and if y'all know what that means, y'all know. And if you don't know what that means, you can kind of know. Yarmulke. Listen, I'm just being real. They're not giving me games early, and they're taxing the shit out of me, which is why the real Shalom. All jokes aside, we know about the unranked home teams at home. It's really profitable, right? I feel like the books are kind of finagling some of it to be like, because they know that we know that that's a thing, and it's been a thing for years. And I'm not saying that makes this not applicable, because I do like Iowa State, but I've been a little more timid to see these because we've seen a few of them this year that really haven't panned out. I'm surprised it's doing that well, 15-5. Maybe I'm just
you're talking about unranked. This is ranked versus ranked.
Yes.
They both need to be ranked.
This is ranked versus ranked. Okay, I'm tripping tonight. Listen, let me just get to the point then and stop going on conspiracies. My eye test tells me that Iowa State is a really good team. And Kansas right now, they're real shaky. When in their wins, they don't look that good. And their losses, they really don't look good. They just don't have any consistency. Like Bill Self, it rides on consistency. I feel like the talent to the style of coaching that he embodies, it is enmeshing. And Kansas is the blue blood school, and Bill Self's a great coach. But the talent and his style of like coaching, it is enmeshing. Consistency with Kansas, controlling the tempo, controlling the game in many aspects of the game is how Kansas wins. That's Kansas basketball, and they're not playing that. And Iowa State, don't they have like 3 top 10 wins since last year, or maybe from this year alone, or 3 wins against ranked top 25? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Nonetheless, man, my eyes tell me that Iowa State's a better team. Yeah, it's nice to see them giving the points to a team like that, but overall, I'm not really massive on feel. Love data, I love analytics, I know that. But sometimes your eyes tell you everything, and when your eyes and you got a line that strong, you just got to roll with it. And Iowa State's just a better team. These teams are heading in opposite directions. It's that simple for me. And that's that.
I agree. Duke, any opinion on this game before we move on?
I'm just, Clint, I think we've spoken to you and him have been talking about this, but me and him have been talking about this. It was great in college football. It's been great in, now basketball. And like we said, you never want to be on the side where they think you're attaching points is just free money. I think they might think that with Kansas, so I'll lay it with this. Well, there's not going to be a expect. It's not disgusting enough, but I'll be on that side.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave my 2 cents out here. It's not a game I'm playing. I did look at it. It would be Iowa State or pass for me here. I want to talk about a game real quick. I played Villanova at a pick versus St. John's. Grabbed that I grabbed that at like 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That line should probably still be available. This is a Nova team coming off 3 really bad losses. Got absolutely smacked at St. John's by a dub piece. Got smacked, basically got smacked by the best team in the country, UConn. That they lost by 1, but they weren't in it the whole entire game. Basically, they hit a half-court 3 to cover the number at the buzzer.
That shit was ridiculous.
Yeah, and they got smacked by probably the 3rd best team in the Big East, Marquette, 87-74 right before that. So this is a Villanova team that has played an absolute fucking gauntlet. Butler coming off 2 straight wins. They beat 2 absolute booty-ass teams. Got a win at Georgetown, and they smacked them by 24. I think it was 90-66. Just an absolute garbage-ass fucking Georgetown team. And then they smacked up on a garbage-ass DePaul team by 15 also. It's not a spot where I'd be looking to put money on Butler at home. I think this is a really bad spot for them. I think Nova is the clear side here. Justin Moore, coming off one of his worst games of his collegiate career, scored 4 points versus St. John's. Those of you that watch college ball and know ball know Justin Moore is elite. The dude is filthy. Nova shot 37% from the floor in that St. John's game, so I'm willing to throw that out the window. This is a team that consistently in the mid 40, high 40 percent shooting wise. They were also 4 for 25 from 3. I expect a massive rebound from this Villanova team. I expect them to move to 12-8 on Saturday afternoon. So, anyone else have an opinion on Nova?
Yeah, them Butler boys ain't messing with Nova right now in a spot they should have. You know what I'm saying? Like, they went through the Big East gauntlet, bro. Big East is like a bunch of motherfuckers punching each other in the chest and the mouth, dude. That's a real tough conference. I don't know how I'm so good at it, but I not this year because I really haven't touched them. It's a gauntlet, bro. Butler ain't ready for that, dog. They play that bully ball, man. You seen? Look at Butler, bro. Look at the dudes underneath the jerseys. You know they can't bang with them. As long as Villanova doesn't try to big dick them and try to overplay, they should be good there. I think this is like such a cliche pumpkin spice latte line of you buy low on them, and right now it is with this line, man, because it should be like 3.5. Judging on how Villanova's played, if you didn't know ball, like you say, you wouldn't know that they went through the gauntlet of the Big East where motherfuckers are just beating each other up. It's Rucker Park style. So yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that. I'm not gonna bet it, but I see where your mind's at. That's where my mind would be at. But I just have no good feel on it because I haven't really bet them this year. I wish I did though.
I appreciate it. Hazmat, any opinion on Nova before we move on?
I'll be with you, brother. I love that. They just got smacked by St. John's, and Butler's, like you said, they came off a big wins over shit ass teams, and they have a worse record. And pick them on the road, and why wouldn't we be on that together, brother? Let's go, Nova.
There you go. Yep. All right, Duke. Why don't you throw out? Why don't we talk about something you want to talk? Throw out a game. Throw out a game that you got some coin on.
I'm gonna. Well, usually I release them obviously about 8 o'clock Pacific, right before the 9 a.m. That's noon time for you guys on the East Coast. But one that caught my eye that's going to be in the six-pack that's disgusting is Louisville. So they already went to Virginia and lost by I think 24. Yeah, 53-77. So they lose by 24 on the road. They come home and they make it 7.5. All they got to do is win by 8. Clint and I have talked about this Virginia team, how trash they are on the road. Night and day. For when they're at home, they just came off a big home over at NC State and overtime. And I'm just going to hope that Louisville's scrappy and they lost to NC State, UNC, Wake, and Duke. Nobody wants to touch them. I always want to be on a team that nobody's going to touch. And if this stays at 7.5, where I see it come down, obviously that's just a great
I agree. Clint, you got anything you want to throw in? You got anything you want to add on that game?
No, not in that game. They on the road.
All right, here's the thing, yo. Louisville, bro. Oh, my bad. Were you not done talking? I'm sorry. I think you were cutting out.
Listen, I need everyone. If you're not talking, I need you to mute your mic, please.
Okay.
Whoever's not talking, I need you to mute your mic. All right.
Okay, I'll be short. What happened to Louisville, bro? They were a blue blood school. What was their record last year, bro? And they were getting smoked like a Dutch, Philly, Swisser, all that rolled into one. Bro, they were getting smoked. They showed me a little something though when they played Miami. Not only because I was on Miami, I look like a fool. But I watched that game. I don't really watch games in real time. If I'm way off, I'll watch it after to study it because it went from fun to business. That's just how I do it. Cheese, you got kids, man. You know how it is, bro. You got to manage that time real good. But they showed me a lot. They showed me a lot of some other games as well. I used to got some fighting. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I love that in Virginia. This line, I don't know what to make of this line, bro. I mean, I know Virginia on the road is kind of buns, but it's Louisville. I don't know what they've been doing recently, but the games that I have seen a handful of games ago, they just look like they're not giving up, man. But that school is still far away from where they used to be. Remember, bro, how good they used to be?
They were filthy.
They missed the strippers in the Coca Patino or something, bro. When he left, that's a slide down, bro.
Slow down, Dimes. Yo, we're a little older than these dudes. They might not know. They might not remember. You're giving our age out, bro. You're giving our age out.
I'm all head, man. Rick Pitino, bro. That dude's the real deal Holyfield, dog. Like he kept them boys fed well in many ways. That's all I'm gonna say.
Without a doubt. Clint, any opinion on this game before we move on?
Nope, I'm good.
Nope. Duke, anything here? This is not a game I looked at for more than a couple minutes. I would have to agree it's Dimes side or pass for me. Has anything?
No.
Straight no. I respect it.
Are we still on the one I talked
about? Clint, why don't you go to another spot you were looking at? What else you got?
Okay. What I was looking at was in Missouri Valley. You got Indiana State, top team in the conference, hosting Bradley tomorrow. Indiana State's 11-4 as a favorite, and they are 6-1 ATS at home. And these are the teams that I like. I like finding these that are 6-1 ATS at favorite of 8 points or less. So that comes down to coaching, free throws, and execution. And most of the times you get this with older teams, and this group is very.
Wow. That's a good fucking find.
So another tidbit about this, since they are 6-1 spread at home, average spread has been 5.5. They're covering by 8 points on the average. So there's your free throw disparity there. They are also 5-1 after a non-cover, and last game was against Illinois Chicago, and they only won by 6 and did not cover the 11.5. So I'm looking for a good bounce back. Bradley on the season, they played them earlier. They lost. The Indiana State beat them at Bradley 85-77 as a 3-point dog, and they have not been an underdog since. The game was 49-30 at halftime, but they were 14 of 29 from three. But Indiana State is 41% from three as a team, so that's kind of normally what they do. They're going to shoot a lot of threes because they have a big that's not a true big. They bring them to the top of the key. And it's a 5-out offense that allows for a lot of backdoors, kind of some Princeton principles. So it's a lot of open space, back cuts, and penetration.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a good ass find right there.
So yeah, projected line is supposed to be 6 or 7. If it's anything less than 8 units, if it's 6, I'm putting 4 on it.
Let's go. All right. Y'all heard it right there. That's a dope ass breakdown. You might just, I didn't even look at that game and you just sold me. Why don't you give everyone a preview of the Poopy 6-pack? Give us something else you're looking at.
Well, that's why I trust Clint here. I've been hitting him up and he's been giving me these smaller conference -2. And I remember he's about Montana, like these little ones. He finds those -2, -3, and they've been covering and it's great. It's a different, mindset. He does a little bit of the faves, do the dogs. It's nice, 1-2 punch, good shit, Clint. The only I'll go through the early one that kind of caught my eye is Missouri. They're on the road at the Gamecocks. They're getting all the noise right now. They just knocked off Kentucky very late, I think 17 points at home. How do you not, be a touch deflated? Kind of look ahead. They go to Tennessee after this one, so they can get that sandwich spot. Missouri already lost the Gamecocks at home. Now they go there, and they're only catching 6.5. It's kind of disgusting to me seeing that Missouri's 9 of the last 10. Their only win is over Central Arkansas, so they're not in a spot where they be catching single. But that comes out probably on the Missouri Tiger in the 6-pack.
Wow. All right. There you go. Give everyone a little preview of that Poopy 6-pack. I agree. South Carolina coming off that monster win. This is a typical look. I mean, I'm automatically looking the opposite way there after they just beat the brakes off of Kentucky. Dimes, you got another preview for us or anything? What do you like?
I want to give Clint his flowers because Indiana State, out of all the college basketball teams I bet on this year, they've made me the most money. I've been on them a fuck ton. And full transparency, I didn't really look at the slate like I wanted to. Y'all see I'm a little off my game. My head's swiveling like I'm fucking a quarterback out here, young Baker Mayfield. You know what I mean? Like, look, it's coming from everywhere. But I gotta give him his flowers because he was right about everything in the team profile, how they run their bigs, how they play. I didn't know about the trend of like being a favorite 8 point or less coming off a non-ATS cover and the record they have with that. But I've been on the Sycamores a lot this year. They've had to make me the most money. So props to you because you nailed the shit out of that. And I overlooked that game, but I ain't gonna overlook it now. Also, I'm tripping. BYU is a 7-point favorite against Texas.
Yeah,
that's wild, bro.
Yeah, initial reaction. I think BYU wins that game by 10. Yeah. Fuck the 1-13 ATS versus the Big 12. I think they go 2-13 after tomorrow. Yeah, let's on the record. Yeah. All right, Dimes, why don't you break that? You go ahead. You got to handle some shit. You want to break down another game for us? What else you got?
Nah. Go ahead, do your thing, man. I'm cool, and I got nothing else. I'm real. Usually by this time, I have a few more games at least selected out that I could talk about. You could probably select a bunch of games.
So you're just jumping in like throwing. You're just jumping in like throwing jabs like on other people's shit. I respect it. Like come in, throw a little like tidbit.
Yeah.
I'm usually super duper prepared, even off the top, but like with a slate like tomorrow, talking about every game, even some little here, some more there. Guys are gonna look at that and be like, he's on that. And because dudes have bet shit that I'm like hyping up, and I'm like, yo, it's not a play yet. This is level 1. What we do with level 1 is you look at the slate. I grab teams based on familiarity and betting history. If they've done me well, okay, cool. I'm gonna pull that. If we go to level 2, that's the surface level cap. It may not get through that. If it's a third level, that's the deep cap. If it gets by that, it's a play. So when we talk level 1, which is where I'm at now, maybe I am showing my age because maybe I should have the slate at 7:55 my time going on. But I'm a little behind right now.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Jazz.
Today's Friday. I got a text message from Duke, who received a text message from Clint about Saturday's slate on Wednesday. So let's just throw that out. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Foresight. He's texting me. He's like, I hope this result.
We talked about Saturday's slate on Wednesday.
Yeah,
See, Duke, that's why I want your Missouri cover to happen, but we need the Gamecocks to win it so that we the ranked versus ranked at Tennessee.
Yeah, we're looking. He's got shit like 2 weeks. He's like, this team's playing this. I'm like, I love it. Map it out. Hey, Clint, but you do have, speaking of that, fuck football on Sunday. The dad, Clint, has a basketball play on Sunday for us, right?
Yeah, and for the weekend, this is my best bet. Duke and I, we were on Nevada earlier this week against Colorado State, and they upset Colorado State, ranked team at home. Now they got to go on the road to the Pit against New Mexico, and very similar profile as Indiana State had. New Mexico this year, 8-1 ATS at home, 5-2 in the league. As a favorite, 8 or less, they are 6-1 ATS. And now remember who the coach is of Nevada. The players at New Mexico don't give a shit about this, but the fans remember Steve Alford as their coach. So a little extra juice. Fifth fastest tempo for New Mexico. That point guard House runs that offense at a different speed when they're at home.
He's a top 5 point guard in the country.
Yeah, you can't take in front of him.
He's unbelievable.
And something that I caught with Nevada in the first half against Colorado State, the only reason they were still in the game, transition defense was god-awful against the Rams. And you get down in the Pit, House is not going to stop. They're going to get at least 5 free buckets on offensive transition. Right after a score, they're going. So pick up 10 free points, maybe add a few free throws at the end of the game. There's your cover. So that'll be, if it comes out projected 7, be a probably 3-unit play for me.
Wow. Hey, boy. Throwing out 3-unit times.
I like this guy, bro. I feel bad that I came underprepared. I like this guy. I really like this guy. I came underprepared. Now I'm real mad I came underprepared.
Clint busted out the notebook. He's flipping through the notebook. Like, I could see him doing it. This guy got stats on stats on stats. Let's go.
But I'm a first timer here, Dimes. You're a veteran, so I got to try to impress my first time on here.
Hell nah, bro. Every time's my first time, bro. Fuck the ego trip. If everyone comes in first time, I'm grinding like it's my first time. I'm respecting the hell out of it.
We got a rule that fade you. You come drop some dimes and come drop some winners, and we have you back on. Yeah. So Haz, what else you got here? You got anything? You got anything else you want to touch on? Any other games?
Nothing right now. Dime said, my book is, what I said. I could do it. I got the long curly hair. I could do that too. The line stuff come out until after 6 p.m. So we're about there. We're getting there, and I'll be looking and seeing what we got. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Oklahoma one, the system play on Iowa State. I'll be on those two, and I'll narrow the rest of Mexico. I got to always give you guys a nice winner. West football cheese looks like they put with Cal sweated out. We're watching the OT. They pulled it out last week. 5 and could be 6, but hopefully we can stay hot.
All right. Well, so are there any other games anyone wants to touch on before I give out my 2-unit best bet for Saturday? Dimes, what do you got?
I mentioned like 100 times I'm underprepared, right? Yo, my jokes are flat today. So yeah, no, I got nothing. Let's do best bets, bro.
So we just got Clint. Duke talked about some stuff. Dimes dropped some shit. So yeah, I have
It's the vote. It's the team total, bro. It's the team total vote. There you go.
we got the votes. 49ers.
Yeah, I got that.
49ers
What's
over 79.5 team total points. I love it. I think they score
It's
100.
rare. That's like you lighting candles in the bedroom, bro. It's not common, but you
Yeah.
do it here and there. It's rare. You know what I'm saying? It's a
No
good
doubt.
time.
You already know. So yeah, Cheese has a 2-unit best bet in college basketball for tomorrow. Giving that out right now on the Fade You pod. I went to the Cincinnati Bearcats -7 versus UCF. This is a Cincinnati team who has lost 4 out of 5. Just like Nova, they have played an absolute fucking gauntlet. Got the fucking brakes beat off them at Kansas, lost versus Oklahoma, went to a ranked Baylor and got the shit beat out of them, and lost versus a very capable Texas team. This is a UCF team I am not very high on. Do not let their record fool you. And the thing that really pushed me over the peak here that got me to play Cincinnati was when I realized who UCF has on deck. Revenge game versus Baylor at UCF on deck. Following this Cincinnati game, I think this is a look ahead spot for them. They want revenge on Baylor. I think Cincinnati wins this game by 15 plus. This number is fucking off. -7 is a Christmas gift in the end of fucking January. Cincinnati Bearcats absolutely fucking roll. Victor Lock-in will feast on this team. 13 points per game, 8.5 boards. I think he fucking destroys UCF in the paint. Cincinnati -7. I think they're good up to -34.5. I think they absolutely blow them the fuck out. Cincinnati alternate -12.5 plus 210, -14 plus 240. Cincinnati absolutely fucking stomps on them. Let's fucking go. Let's cash that. Yeah, Dimes, what do you got here?
Bro, let me just say this. I'm kind of glad I'm behind because I already got lost in the sauce. There's so many good games tomorrow. We know Saturdays and Tuesdays. Tuesdays are slept on, but Saturdays and Tuesdays are the best college slates. You get the most
Without a
games,
doubt.
the best matchups, yeah, without a doubt. Dog, I again, I haven't looked, man, but you guys are bringing up the best games. And dude, Cincinnati, they've been lined pretty strong by the market, right? Like against Texas and against other teams at home where they've been lined strong and they didn't really come through. So they've been under expectation to where the market hasn't graded. UCF, they had a couple of big wins and they were close calls against some big teams recently, right? Am I not crazy? I'm only one glass of wine in. I can't be that crazy.
Yeah,
So you
no,
got two
UCF's
teams that
won.
like the market.
They've won 3 out of their last 5. They have wins at Texas and versus
Yeah.
Kansas. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, exactly. So I'm not tripping. So yeah, so now you get a number like this with UCF, and and that revenge game angle is really good because right now they're feeling themselves. You know what I mean? This point of the season coming toward March, like those wins mean a lot to teams that really aren't gonna win their conference tournament or be ranked enough to get in the tournament. So these resume wins are big. So they could be looking ahead. I mean, they're gonna come at this game too, but I think you're right. It's a Cincinnati spot. This line's off. Some people are gonna think that it's not off, right? They're gonna be like, "Yo, UCF's a no-brainer because of super duper recent form and the notable losses and the notable wins." And both of them have had that buzzer beater losses for Cincinnati against Texas, I believe, and UCF playing out of their minds on those 2 games against 2 teams they should have never even been in the conversation of a game with. So yeah, I like that. I'm about to add a lot of y'all games to my list, man.
That's it. All right, well, check it out. We're 45 minutes in. We are Fade You. We are the 4 idiots. Clint, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. We will have you on again. My man, Sharp Dimes, always a pleasure. I will be in touch. But until next time, we will catch y'all on our next show. That's that.